You might love cats, but should you love Isle of Cats?
Let's review it. This is the review for the game The Isle of Cats, the good and bad about it.
By the end of this review, you will know should you love this.
We have 6 burning questions that we will answer in this video, but before we do that, Giannis, what is this game all about?
In Isle of Cats, you have polyomino shaped cats that you put on your ship because you're rescuing them from an island.
Each round you get fish, that is your currency in this game.
Let me interrupt you here. So fish are the currency in the current sea. Yeah.
And your turn, you get 7 cards, you draft 2 and give the rest of them to other people at the table. So at the end you get 7 back. Then you can buy them with your currency. And then the last thing is you get cats from the island to your ship by paying fish, as well as you need these beautiful crates right here. You can get them with these tokens as well as on cards. The more fish and the more crates you have, the more cats you can get. You play 5 rounds and then the game ends.
By the end of the 5th round, who has the most points wins. And you get points for how many different families of cats you have on the ship, how big they are, for the treasure. Some cards give you extra points. So there's actually a ton of ways to get points.
There's also 2 ways you lose points. If you leave rats open or if you leave any empty spaces on in your room, that's minus 5 points. That's the overall rules of this game, so we can go to the questions. And the first question is...
Who would you buy it for?
3, 2, 1, boom.
What?
Sunday players. We recently got this comment under our site video. That site actually isn't that light of a game and it's not more Sunday players.
Oh.
Which I thought is a cool term to have. This is absolutely for Sunday players. It's light, it's a fun game. Even the theme gives it like this quirky twist to it. And it's totally meant for Sunday players, as well as I think kids can play it, as well as I think it's a perfect intro game to show off drafting games.
I have Catetris. See what I did there? It's a new genre. Catetris and drafting lovers. I feel like this actually has theme, which is weird since it's just so very wild. But I do like looking at the cats and putting them on the board. And I feel that that also helps like non-gamers engage with this game. What is the best player count?
1.
I have checked the box. Let me check. Oh, it's 1 to 4. I feel that that's about right, yeah. But you've explicitly stated 3 is better, right?
3 is best, in my opinion.
Okay.
2 was absolutely great as well. Played it with my wife and we both loved it, just with 2. But 3 was best because it's a bit more interaction, a bit more cats there, so it's just more fun. So 3 was the best, but it takes nothing away from like 2 and 4 players.
Most of the action happens simultaneously. Time doesn't scale that much from like 2 to 4. What is the best thing about this game? Here we go.
I have a lot of text.
I have more. Do I have more? I mean, there's a lot of things to like about this game. For me, it comes down to it's like the sense of discovery and accomplishment. There's a ton of cards in this game. And there's going to be a couple of games before you actually start seeing the same ones all the time. And also this feeling of you just putting the cats there, you're saving them. I don't know, it just gives me the sense of accomplishment. There's not a ton of original mechanisms in this game, but in this combination just works really nice.
What feels bad is when the round ends, if there are cats left on the island, they go away, so you leave them on the island.
They maybe go into the jungle, into hiding, and then wait when you play the next game and then come back for them. You have to play the next game to save those cats.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of. So I have 3 things. One is interaction. There's not a lot of interaction. But how much interaction would you expect from a tile laying game? You don't want to give up good cards to the player that absolutely would love them. As well as when somebody takes your cat that perfectly fits in that spot that you need. Oh, it hurts. The other thing is satisfaction. Everything you said, it's absolutely satisfying to put the right pieces in the right places. It's absolutely satisfying to get the right cats, to save the cat. Just makes you feel good. And last thing is relaxation. As I said, a light game for Sunday players. You feel calm, you just put together your pieces. It's like solving a puzzle. It's just relaxing. So this holy trinity of things is what the best thing about this game. I love this combination in this game.
What is the worst thing about this game?
3, 2, 1.
I have too many cards. You have just cards.
I have just cards.
The thing is, I love drafting games. I like playing drafting games. But for example, Seven Wonders, fantastic drafting game. But the first time you play with somebody, teaching all the cards and, telling what they do, takes some time. But do you think they'll remember it? No, they'll still keep asking. But there's not that many cards in there compared to this, where there's a ton of cards. And they're very different, which is awesome. But again, it brings up a lot of questions during the first couple of plays and maybe even like third or fourth play.
And there are some very, very specific cards that a lot of people mistake for something else. For example, there's one that whenever you take a cat, you can take another one. But nobody reads the small text underneath, which says that you still have to pay for them. No, they're stuck with it because they don't have fish. But the biggest deal is that you basically in this game can only do the things that cards let you do. You can only get cats when you get cards, you can only get treasures when you get cards and all that. And sometimes you just don't get the right cards. There's the opposite way as well. You get the right cards and you suddenly get 50 points. This, for me, it means that you can take this game very seriously. It's not a gamer's game at all.
It is a family game.
It is absolutely a family game. As you always say that randomness is a good thing.
Yeah.
But for this, it's sometimes too much.
And my other thing is, I feel it's one round too long. If it would be 4 rounds, it would be easier. I mean, it's not a long game, don't get me wrong. It says 60 to 90 minutes in the box. I'd say that's about right. But I feel it would even gain if it would be only 4 rounds. But it's just my personal feel that I feel this family type of game shouldn't be that long for the heaviness that it has. What's the best alternative? Well, you already picked Azul for which one? Projectile.
Yeah,
but you can. It's not our drafting video, so you're allowed.
I was thinking maybe Projectile could be an alternative for this one, but actually I think Azul is closer than this one.
Projectile is really, really light compared to both of these games.
You all have pool of very specific pieces. In Azul's case, it's the color. In this case, it's the form and color that you pick. And a lot of times in Azul as well, somebody picks your pieces and somebody will draft specifically pieces that you need. This game reminded me of that, only I think a better version of it. Azul is more calculative. Is that a word?
Now it is, I guess.
It is. This row will give me that many points, that will give me that many points. This, not so much. It's much easier to follow along where and how many points you will get. And this is more colorful, more interesting, I would say. But there's a lot of similarities for sure.
Well, for me, there's 2 choices. One for the drafting and one for the tiling. For drafting is 7 Wonders. Basically, you remove all the cats and ships and everything and just leave the cards. That's basically 7 Wonders. Well, I'm obviously dumbing it down. That's not as simple as that. But it is pure drafting. And for tile laying, this is a tricky part because most tile laying games I have played are really simple and quick ones. And the most recent that I've played is New York Zoo, which was fairly original because it's mostly like a race game. You're just racing to fill out your whole board and first one to do it wins. It also has animals and they're cute. Here you have cat meeples, there you have the animal meeples. If you're looking for a family type of cute game with like these Tetris pieces, that could be an option. Final rating. I haven't used asterisks in a while. I think this is that situation where I should break out my emergency asterisks.
You had emergency like 6 videos in a row.
No comment, because anything I will say might be edited against me.
The arrow didn't hit the mark, but it's in the middle. It's meant to be in the middle.
Okay.
I was really debating inside myself, which one is it? Fantastic or really good? I was absolutely for sure that it's really good. And I was thinking maybe it's even fantastic. And for some parts, it's absolutely fantastic. And if I would look just at tile laying games, I would for sure put it in a fantastic. Because I think it's the best tile laying game I've played. I would absolutely love to play it again, and I probably will. Plus, my wife absolutely loves it. If I'm usually the one initiating the idea of playing any board games, then for this game, it's always her.
Nice.
She really, really likes it. My gamer side would put it in the really good one. Casual gamer, just the casual person would put it in a fantastic for sure, because it is awesome. I love it.
Well, I have fantastic with an asterisk. And what it means is, I guess I'd put it really good, but depending on when you're watching this video, Kickstarter might still be going for an expansion for this. I think it's called Don't Forget the Kittens. I think it's going to be definitely fantastic. To be precise, I'd put it really good now. You know, if you're a solo player or if you're playing it with gamers or in a family, it just works really nice and there's something for everybody.
If anything that we told you today in this video makes you think like, maybe I would like this game. Try it for sure. You're not gonna regret it.
And also, I'm a dog person, and if I'm saying this about this game, which exclusively has cats, well, and some fish, I mean, come on, must be good. Really good.
For sure. That's it with our review. So be sure to subscribe, like, and do all the good stuff that really helps us. So thank you for that.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time, where we probably we'll do like a dogs video, right?
Isle dogs.
Dogs. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a game with dogs? There should be.
Tile laying game with dogs? I don't think there is.
Is there any good dog game that you can name? Empty niche.